Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I'm here with the GATAC Syulen. It's the new sort of premium or second tier starter ship from the GATAC manufacturer. It is incredibly unique as an alien ship. Lots of the alien ships, yes, they are very alien, they're very odd, they're very unique. However, this is, even more unique within that category because of the way it lands. It lands on its bum, and that's a bit of a weird thing to get your head around, because when you sort of bring it into land, I use control to sort of land my ship. That doesn't land your ship with this ship. You need to point upwards and press S effectively to land down. It looks absolutely great. It's very it's built vertically as well, and very Xi'an. Oh, going under a tree here. That's ruining my shot. But yeah, so very unique. Obviously, it's going to inform the rest of the GATAC series and some of the other Xi'an ships, so the Rylan and stuff. It looks very similar to. But I want to sort of have a look at its interior, sort of fly it around a little bit, and talk about it. So it's available at the moment. It's viable in game. It's available from $65. I think 70 with store credit, and I believe it comes with 10 years insurance even if you buy it with store credit. And there is a starter pack version for like another couple of dollars that you can get. So you can get it with basically a game package. So it's actually a reasonably good way of getting into Star Citizen with a relatively powerful ship, because it sort of is competing with the sort of Nomad and the Avenger Titan and the Reliant series. The sort of second tier starters. It's got cool little buttons. Press the buttons and it will put away, maybe it will, maybe it won't, put away those stairs. It's all gravlev, so it sort of hovers a lot. There's lots of panels that pop in and out, sort of all magnetic, I believe, or, you know, magic. The sort of side of the ship comes away and you get a staircase. Materials. You notice it looks a lot like rock, and that's because the Xi'an like to live in damp caves or terrariums or something like that. Let's close the door. And you've got all these sort of like panels and stuff that you can open. And so you've got component access down here. I say down here, this is a 3-deck ship. You go, what? Looks like a tiny little room. It is a tiny little room, but it's also vertically built, the ship. Very cool, but very strange. And you've got lots of stuff actually going on here. So you've got more components here. Then you've got a suit or armor locker. You've got a weapons rack. So sort of weapons and equipment here. And then we're going to go on the elevator. I'm going to go up to the mid deck. No, we're not, because the elevator apparently does not want to take me. Why you hate me, elevator? Right, going up to the mid-deck. So we've got this sort of living quarter area. I think that the sort of rock and cave effect is quite oppressive, but some people might find it comfy and homely. So you've got your little bed. Let's have a lie down. What is that button for? Is it just for lighting? So you lie down in your little cave. Huh. I'm not sure what this does. We can change the lighting with these bad boys. Okay. And I think this opens up a little bench. It's just sort of somewhere to sit. And then you've got the bathroom. For the Xi'an to use. And then you've got your hidden little toilets. The most over-engineered and elaborate toilet design that CIG have got so far. Zin got locked in the toilet in here because I think she closed the door and then press this little button underneath, which I think locks it. Yeah. So that's like a lock door on a train. So you can literally lock it so no one else can open it from either side. Interesting. So yeah, nice little living area. So it's going to have a relatively long range. Great starter ship, just because of that. Having a bed, having a little bit of cargo that you can do from the externals. So 6 SU. And then going up to the top deck. The cockpit is interesting. Are there little holes here? What? I didn't notice there were little holes. Is that just showing my components? Okay. Okay, there's little gaps. I thought it was seeing through the ship or something. Oh, I didn't notice the sort of lattice of electronics before as well. And then you could sort of like see the rocky material behind it as well. Just, it's really interesting, the materials used here. And this is sort of very Gothic cathedral-like, the cockpit. And it sort of makes sense. It's the sort of main part of the ship, right? A mixture of Flight of the Navigator and I'm going to return to my people. Look, you go on such a journey after getting in the pilot chair. Everything sort of moves out of your way and then locks you in place. So if I can actually get a better... Can't really see me being locked in place very well. Let's jump back out of the cockpit. You can see me. It's very quick to redeploy you behind. But yeah, sort of you get locked in place by all that stuff that's now in the way again. Yeah, very interesting ship. Very cool. Really interested to know what you think of it. Are you going to be buying yourself one? Are you going to be upgrading your ship to one? Are you new to Star Citizen? You've gone, this is the starter ship for me. So, flying the ship is interesting because it's an odd shape. It's got a lot of powerful weaponry. It transforms... when I press it, go for its landing gear. Actually feels like it gets sort of smaller. But you don't have access to its weapons anymore, unfortunately, so you can't actually use it in combat like that. At least not at the moment. Let's have a look at its headlights. Can I get its headlights on? No. I quite like the configuration of its weapons. It feels like they're in relatively strong points, right? You're not going to just suddenly lose one of those because you've had the tip of a wing shot off. It's shooting all towards center. 3 size 3s, very powerful for something that's deemed a starter ship as well. It's got, I think, 12 missiles as well, 12 size 2 missiles, which is pretty strong. Yeah, it's doing very well when it comes to sort of like armament, and it has that sort of premium look, very cool alien sort of ship, and it doesn't have the alien tax associated with it that other alien ships do. So often alien ships, very expensive. It's so weird to land. So let me land it again for you. I've screwed up my camera. Right. Let's go land by the sea over here. So interestingly, it's got 6 SEO of external cargo that you can put on it. So, not very much cargo, and no tractor beam or anything, but you can load it and unload it with a tractor beam yourself. So, let's go into landing mode. And then, we're going to press control to come down, and then we're going to point straight up, and then we're going to press S. And then we're going to blow ourselves up because we didn't look at where we were landing. I need to change the camera to be from the top. Let's do that. Right, let's try that again. So we're going to come into land. We're going to get close to the ground. We're going to point up. We're going to change our camera. Oh, wow, it's still... It's still hard to tell what we're doing, right? And then we're gonna press S, and we're gonna come into land. Looks relatively flat here. Hard to tell. Now, obviously, me tweaking my camera and getting used to this is going to make it a lot easier to land. I'm sort of landing like a dum-dum on purpose, just to show that it is moderately difficult. And there we go. We have actually landed it. The cameras are sort of so wonky when you land this as well, and like want to go under the ground. Yeah, it's just unique and weird to land, and I'm not sure if I want to get used to it or not, because then I'm going to forget how to land my other ships. No, that's not true. I'm landing with the other ships on their belly is easy, and obviously I've done it a load. It's very unique. It's very strange, right? I thought it might be nice to see the Syulen actually in hangar as well, landed, rather than in Arena Commander, sort of landed on the in a hostile environment. And I say hostile environment, Arena Commander doesn't seem to physicalize the elevator in the Syulen, so I've sort of had to bodge my tour of it to also be in the hangar. One of the other interesting things I wanted to say about the ship was that it can't really fit in anything else. It could land on like the Kraken, and it might be able to fit in some larger ship hangars that open from the top, but because it lands like this, it's not going to fit in a lot of ships. It is it's an interesting one, and it's a great and perfectly capable multi-role sort of multi-use ship, but it is very much a single-person ship. You're not going to be doing much other than mission running, bounty hunting, a little bit of cargo, a little bit of exploration. So it's got a really reasonable range. It's obviously able to. It's got fuel intake, so it's able to get some hydrogen fuel backs, stuff like that. Very, very cool.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies? To see them driven before you? And to hear the lamentations of their women? No, of course not. It's NordVPN. I never saw Conan the Barbarian checking his bank balance and then watching some cool shows on Netflix, all while protecting his privacy and being super secure. To be honest, I can't even remember Conan wearing a shirt. Silly Conan. And now, a big old snake god's got your internet history. Good job. Don't be a Conan the Barbarian. Check out NordVPN. Links below for powerful discounts too. Do you like using your eye holes for extra immersion in Star Citizen and help aim and do some cool stuff? Well, you can with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, which is on sale at the moment. This gives you native high-precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen. Very cool for general immersion, for combat both in ship or on foot. They are absolutely fantastic pieces of kit, and both Zin and I have one. Use the links below to grab one or to find out more. Every month we've been giving away a ship for Star Citizen, but for November, to celebrate the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2953, we are giving away a load of different ships, each to a different person. The Avenger Titan, the Drake Cutter, the C-8X Pisces, the Mustang Alpha, and the Nomad. All great starter ships, but also useful for any fleet. They all come with a game package and lifetime insurance. That's all you need to start playing Star Citizen. That's 5 prizes and 5 chances to win. Just comment on any of my videos made during November to be in for a chance of winning. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that goes the extra mile in supporting the channel via Patreon or the join button under my videos and then becoming a channel member. Please consider joining those fabulous people as well. It allows us to make daily content for Star Citizen and Squadron 42, delving into all the news, drama, development info, and gameplay that these games have to offer. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.